Hey everybody, welcome to another reading, another Ascension reading for the Ascension-minded. Those of you who identify as light workers, star seeds, earth angels, indigo children, rainbow children, blah, blah, etc., dragons, unicorns, whatever you have located yourself along that spectrum, you're here for service for others. These messages are for you. I did do 3 other channeled messages, but I felt kind of called to do a 4th one, so I'm going to do that here. Partially because these cards didn't reveal themselves, but either way, you guys know we don't need to read cards to understand. Cards are just one of the tools that we choose to use. Just like a true artist doesn't actually need to do anything. Apparently you're selling blank canvases out here and calling it art, but anyway, whatever, right? But we're doing it, right? It's a statement. But we choose the medium through which to express ourselves. So here, I do like to use cards sometimes, and just they're fun. But that being said, let's see if these cards want to jump into this reading. Today, this card, River of Sky, has been working overtime. All right, so anyway, let's jump in. But if you'd like to work more personally with me, you know, we do everything Ascension related. My job is to cater to those of you within the service to others field at 1 minute 11 seconds. If you have a service contract in your chart and you feel called to do something, or if you just want to talk about your ex-boyfriend or blah 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 and you feel called to work with me, then you have a service contract, you just don't realize it yet. But either way, come on in, we're here to help you, and we do everything from readings to energetic work, template work, all of that. Past life stuff is needed. Karmic adjustments is needed for some of you with permission, right? Medical screenings. I'm not a licensed medical blah blah blah, you know, all of that, but with permission from your guides and whatnot. And also, of course, our favorite mission related stuff. So come see us. Now, the last thing, let's see, let me put my glasses on because I'm wondering, oh, I feel like we're just moving up the spine today. Okay. Yeah, because now I put my glasses on, so I think we're at the third eye. Let's see what's going on with the eye here. Okay. So some of you are having a perception. Okay, because remember, if you are attracted to my channel, then we cater to the leaders within the movement, leaders within the movement, or leaders of leaders within the movement. So we require you to have your head on straight, have your mind on straight. So that's why you can boil down the work that we do to deprogramming, because that's probably the most important thing that you have to do. Clear your mind, get clear about who you are and what what that means and what your function is. Now, this is a prime example. Some of you are seeing in your third eye area, you are still holding on to, understandably, God bless us. You're still holding on to the idea that somebody else has done something to you. You're currently caught up in some area of your life in a narrative, whether it's your financial life, your career life, romantic relationship life. Some of you may have legal issues, some whatever. You're still within whatever that issue is, seeing me against somebody else situation. You're still telling a story that places you as a victim or as a perpetrator. So wherever you find yourself along that fulcrum, I want to just go ahead and reach down into the middle and pull those up, right? Remember, the reality of you is that you're neutral. You're neither victim nor perpetrator at the highest level. Now down here in this physical world where we are experiencing the physical effects, I'll say it again, where we are experiencing the physical effects of our beliefs at the non-physical level, if you're holding beliefs in separation at the non-physical level, we all are, okay, we all are, myself included, right? I'm just channeling the information, but I'm out here with you. If you're holding those beliefs, then down here you're going to see self and other. But as we know, when we say service to others, we're really saying service to self, because all is one. We just can't see that from this level of physical experience. But that doesn't mean that you have to walk the world believing that what you're seeing is a reality. And in fact, if you're called to work at this level of the movement, the Great Awakening, whatever you want to call it, your mission work, your job is not to operate at the level of those that you are trying to assist. You have to hold the vision of what is reality, even if you struggle to viscerally agree with it or have an aha moment around it, or even to follow it through all the time or make decisions in alignment with that higher vision. It's understandable, right? But even if you struggle with that, you still have to have that as your what foundation. Yeah, right, is your foundation. And what that looks like is a therapist, like I always use this, talking with a trauma victim, of whatever it is, on either side, victim, perpetrator, whatever the story is. The therapist cannot be like that friend who's, and he said what? And then he did what? And right? No, because now they've joined you fully in what's happening. They have to learn to from this place of the reality where they have awareness of concepts like self-responsibility, agency, the effects of trauma, neurobiology, all these things where they have those ideas, they have a wider breadth of understanding, right? They can then join here and use the skill of empathy and awareness, even awareness of where, being able to ascertain and assess where their client is along the healing journey. If they can't see the healing journey and have an idea of how that is for their client, then they're going to be right here with their client, going up and down with their client. The client is not being helped in that way. The therapist has to maintain a certain vision. They have to hold the space for the client to come in and to receive empathetic counseling, to be assisted, and whatever the therapist does has to be assisting the person to move themselves, to arrive at different understandings that move them further along the journey, right? That's what that is. That's what that is. So you maintain a standard of understanding, and even though you may struggle to implement that in your life or to fully believe it or whatever, you maintain it so that you can always assist others. I hope that made sense. It was said, now here we are out here saying it was said, but not one of us had the personal interview here, but it was said that Mother Teresa, as amazing as her contribution to the world has been, struggled behind closed doors with her belief in God. Because there she was on the front line, seeing people dying in the streets and struggling. And of course she's going to be like, God, where are you at? Where's God? Who's this person that I keep, helping others in the name of? And she probably had personal struggles, as we all do, that she wanted a little help from, and she probably found some silence. But guess what? She did her work. And that poem, which I believe was actually written by someone else, and she was inspired by it, the one where, be kind anyway? That's basically saying, hey, I may not have a reason to believe that, in this story of, whatever it is, love and forgiveness, turn the other cheek, this and that, whatever it is that you would plug in there, but I'm going to be kind anyway. I'm going to be generous anyway. So you see here what they're doing, and they're operating at this mental level of your field, but operating at the third eye and whatnot, is they're trying to get you, the service worker here, to acknowledge certain things in your life. The higher perspective is here. People, places, things, situations, idea in your world are reflections of what's going on in your inner world, because there is no outside world. That's a trick of the eye. Just like you very, very much will learn that the brain and the things you're touching and feeling and all of that are signals in the brain, right? We don't know what's out there. What's really outside? There's nothing outside of us. Everything is inside. But you're projecting onto light your thoughts. And when you put your attention or your thoughts, in other words, when you have attention and thoughts, definitions, certainty, things like that, you're conscious beings, right? But when you have those on your inside, what it does is it takes matter and it organizes it to align with what's going on inside of you. And because you are a projector, boom, it's going to project right outside of you. And so you're going to experience the physical effects of your internal world. And so that's why they say, if you want to help other people, you must help yourself. If you're pointing at other people, you must take a look at yourself. And those who practice, whether they want to call it black magic, white magic, whatever, all of that doesn't matter, because then it's just the intention that's being attached to an action. But the action here is to create a focal point, right? Sometimes people will take things outside and make that the focal point, and then they will attach their thoughts and all that to it, and they'll use that to project as this proxy projector, project onto the world. Then we start talking about dolls and voodoo dolls and all that, right? We don't care about all that. The point is that what you do naturally and organically is you have thoughts, because you're a conscious being, you're a consciousness, you're not a body. You have thoughts, you have perceptions. That's what it is, your thoughts, your perceptions, your beliefs in your energetic field, because all you are is energy, not physical. And those beliefs, those core beliefs, those perceptions, are what cause the matter around you to take shape. According to what? You. Which you? The conscious mind awareness? Nope. The other parts of you. That's why when you do your shadow work, you look at what you don't want to look at, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Look at what you don't want to look at about yourself. Accept it. Then what you're doing is you're creating integration. You're creating oneness, right? Because right now it's just separation within your field. Things you deny, things you want to hold on to and be associated with, and things you don't want to, because you carry a core belief in existential separation from source. This is the fractal nature of things. So you see a fragmented and separated world because you hold at an existential level a belief that separation can occur and that it did occur. But the reality is that it did not. Your perception has to be aligned with that, right? And again, it may be difficult for us down here to hold that perception in our everyday life and be like, okay, I want to shout at this person. I want to get mad at this person, blah, blah, blah. But I know that they're just reflecting a part of me. No, we want to get mad and be like, hey, you did this. And then sometimes we have to say, back up, right? And we do that. But we have to also maintain the reality of what it is. Okay, I see that what I'm contending with down here at this level of expression is an indication that I somewhere need to integrate something within myself, so that I can honor and implement my oneness. So I can practice this state of oneness. This is soul integration. Okay? And it's a fractal thing, like I said. So much so that it's playing out in the Great Awakening, to the point where now we have ideas about who's going to the new earth and who's going to be evolving along a different timeline, where it's so different from new earth frequencies that we're just going to be inhabiting a different physical reality. Same place, but when this person comes in, I'm just going out. And I look right and they look left, and we just didn't see each other even though we passed right by, right? So there's that separation. But if you are here for service to others, you have different missions, all of you, that you're trying to do what? At the end of the day, to do your part, your desired part in bringing this entire planet of souls and beings into congruence, back into oneness, into oneself, right? But from here, of course, it seems like a lot to do, right? But you do it first within you. And once you do it within you and you're creating that habit of congruence and integrity, which is soul integration, so you're doing your soul retrievals, doing your your shadow work, holding on to higher ideals and working through it, right? As you do that, you're living your life. I don't know if these cards are going to do anything. Yeah, in a kind of way. Look at this. Look at her. Every time I see this, look, it's her shadow, right? And it's so sweet. She seems to be offering it something. It's like, hey, why are you looking so down, buddy? She's not seeing a Black Panther. She's not seeing this large, cat just about to pounce on her. No, she's seeing it for what it is. Something going on inside. She's going to make peace with it. That's how you do this work. Because healing, at the end of the day, yes, we do our work on the nadis and we do our etheric work and we do this and that. But at the end of the day, the root of all healing is going to be change in perception. Even though we're making changes to the physical body and the energetic templates and stuff that assist with that, you must change your mindset. Okay, bye.